Hello everyone. I was going to be doing a baking video that I was going to plan to do with Jordan a couple of days ago, but instead I ended up getting this. And that is the only footage I got from Jordan's house because we didn't really feel like getting the camera out. Speaking of cameras, using my new camera, if you can't tell, everything's in like high definition and stuff. I keep looking up on my screen here, but I'll show you what I am now using. I am now using a Canon G7X. My phone won't pick that up, but I've decided to use this instead because until I have enough money to get an external monitor so I can actually see my what I'm doing, like what I can do with this screen, and until I have a decent microphone, because the microphone on my DSLR is alright. I am also contemplating selling my Nikon DSLR and getting a Canon instead, because the camera quality, I just like the Canons at the moment, but I need to see how university goes. But anyway, good segment talking about how it goes at university. Today I'm going to be talking about whether university is right for someone. I've only just finished my first year, but going through university and stuff can be really daunting to some people, and some people can get pushed into it, but even if they don't want to do it, because it's seen as like the norm to do it. But at the same time, a lot of people go off to do apprenticeships, like a lot of my friends from sixth form and secondary school did. I'm going to be talking about pros and the cons of university, and if you're unsure whether you want to go, you can look at them and decide if you do. If you're at university now, you can even contemplate if you want to continue, because honestly we all have times that we think we don't want to continue. Like I have times that I don't think I want to continue. So we shall get into the pros. Pros of going to university are quite big. Obviously, one, you get a degree, so it makes you a lot more like employable. My degree is a photography degree, as I've already said a million times before. Some degrees really do help you when it comes to the career you want to do. Like a starting salary for someone like me, if I went to like a self-employed thing, would probably be about 13 grand a year or lower, probably a lot lower for the first couple of years. If I'm trying to build my own brand, pushing up to about 20 grand depending on how well built up I was, where I was living and stuff like that, which is good for like self-employed and stuff. But if I had a degree and I went into a company, like say just to work as their photographer using web design as well, maybe I could be earning up to 25 to 30,000 pound a year, depending on where I live. Again, having that degree just kind of broadens your like areas that you can live in. Well, not broadens, it broadens your work aspect, like areas that you could work really, because not only do these companies that you want to work for see that you have the ability to do this degree, other places as well, even if you didn't end up wanting to do your degree, like your subject, as long as a company sees that, oh, you've gone to university, you've had the commitment of 3 years of work or however long of work, they will be more likely to hire you. But some people, like, it's experience, not qualifications, but some places are different. It's hard to sort out anyway. Another big pro of going to university is you meet a lot of people and make some really good friends. Like, I know, again, I've only just finished my first year of university, but I have met some friends that I am going to be keeping for life, hopefully, if they want to put up with me for that long. You are not really forced to, but you are kind of pushed to be friends with people in like icebreaker stuff and blah blah blah. But if you make friends, you will get on with them, and like you can make lifelong friends, and it's just nice to broaden like the variety of people you make friends with. Like I have friends who live down in Milton Keynes, which is like 6 hours away from me, and then I have like, I'm all the way up here in Cumbria, yet we are still like really close friends when it comes to university. Friends also do different courses. It's nice to learn new things of different courses. Like there's 6 of us that are going to be living together next year. 4 of us are photographers, and then we have one friend who is on a psychology degree with forensic science, and then I have another friend who is doing forensic science degree altogether, and she's like really smart and stuff. And it's nice to learn things about that degree kind of as well as your own. Another big pro of university is independence, like living on your own. Some people do find that quite scary, but having the control of your life as to what you're doing, like when you're not in university, is so brilliant at the same time. Like some evenings I could be like, don't know what I want for dinner, like, or my tea, and then in the back of my mind I could be like, I could just go pick up some random piece of crap, I could have a bowl of cereal if I wanted, I could have a takeaway, I could go out for my tea if I wanted to, if I have the money, which I barely ever do, but still. It's like, how do I want my bedroom to look today? Do I want to tidy it today? Do I want to hoover? Do I feel like hoovering? All these choices do make you feel very independent, which I really do enjoy. Like I love being independent at times. Pro of university, you do a lot of socialising, as in partying. I go to a university that has 2 weeks of something called Freshers. Now Freshers is like an icebreaker thing where there are like ticketed events and you go to bars and stuff and different things on. There's like there can be, one night we went to a Willy Wonka theme kind of thing, and then there was inflatables in one of the bars we went to, and there's like DJs and stuff, different clubs and stuff, and it's just really good to get to know your course mates, your flatmates, people you've just met on like university websites and stuff like that. That is a big con because you get to spend time before you actually start your course learning about the city as well, which is really good, or the place you've moved to, and you get the feel for if you enjoy the nightlife or if you don't. My final last pro that I'm going to say, which is like a big one, is moving locations. Unless you are a proper home bird and you don't like anywhere new, moving to university can widen your like aspect on the world really. Like I've only moved 2 hours away from me down to Preston, but still I know already now that I don't want to live in Cumbria when I finish my degree. I want to be in a big city. I've already started looking at jobs and flats in London because, like I said in one of my previous videos, I want to live in London and work in London, so I've already started looking, but got another 2 years of university to do first, so that's gotta wait. Moving on to cons. A big disadvantage of going to university is the fact of it costs a lot of money. Tuition fees at the moment in the UK are £9 grand a year just for your course, and then depending on where you live, it's going to cost you to rent a flat as well or get a house. Preston is not too expensive. I don't know how it compares to places in London or like Newcastle or somewhere. My brother was in Northumbria uni and his first flat cost him 120 a week, I think. I was in a flat in Preston and it was costing me 97.75 a week, and then I'm moving into a second flat which is costing me 99 a week, and then hopefully when I move into a house it's going to be around the same maybe, but that's in another year to come. But so you have to pay for rent, you get your maintenance kind of loan to cover the costs of rent as well. People, however, if they have a low income household, if they're under a certain threshold, they can get grants and bursaries, which vary depending on like how little or how much they get in their household. And then there's the other side of the spectrum where people who have high earning income, like parents who have well paid jobs, get less. It all depends on boundaries. If your parents earn a certain amount, you will get less money because obviously the government think that parents can support their children in university, but sometimes that's not even the case. So it just depends on money situation as well. But again, it's going to cost you with interest God knows how much a year to do a course, and depending on the course as well, you have the cost of the course you're doing, like books. Another big disadvantage of university is the fact of, I know I said in the pros of you can meet new people, but the big disadvantage is you will be leaving your friends depending on if they don't go to the same university as you, or they don't go to university at all. I left home with a lot of friends, and I have lost a lot of friends due to the fact that I live away now and they've just not bothered to keep in contact, which is kind of sad, but that's what happens when you move away. So it is, you do lose some friends and you do gain them, but it's kind of a disadvantage because some friendships do end that you've had for quite a while. But again, maybe you're lucky and you don't end up with something like that. The con of university is, swapping as the pro, is the independence, because you are independent for your studies, you are independent for how you live. You don't have your parents over your back saying like, oh, make sure you've done these many hours of like revision a night, or make sure you do this before you go to bed, or make sure you've done your washing up, or empty the dishwasher or something like that before blah 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 blah. You are in charge of everything, and if you forget to do one little thing, it is your entire responsibility, and some people just can't handle the responsibility. But again, it's people's own perspective on it, it's how they take it. It's not a dead set thing as to, oh, you're definitely not going to handle the independence. It's just that independence can seem a bit daunting at times, which may put you off. As you can see from what I've explained, there seems to be a lot more pros to university than cons, to be quite honest, but that's just in my opinion. Like what I've discussed, I see a lot more pros to going to university, even though myself, like, I've had my doubts and stuff. If anybody disagrees with me and wants to put in the comments below about why they don't think university is right or how they found it and stuff like that, they can obviously type away, we can have a discussion about it. It'd be really good to do something like that. But my question is to you to put in the comments, do you want to go to university? Do you think that university is right for you? If so, yes. If not, why? And what do you plan to do if you do go to university, or if you don't? It'd be nice to know career paths of people and stuff like that. I hope you found this a little bit insightful and helpful, and helps in some way to decide if you want to go to university or not. Don't take this video as like law or anything like that. Go and look at other videos. I remember Lucy Moon doing a video on she went to university for 3 years and graduated recently, and she did a video at some point asking the same as to, is university right? But other than that, I shall see you on Wednesday. Bye.